Hi everybody, this is Katie with Katie DeGroff Knits, and I am here to show you some of the maybe new to you stitches that are found in our mystery knit along, our missing in action mystery knit along clue 3. And full disclosure, there are no spoilers. So these are just stitches worked on a tiny swatch, just so you get the hang of it. So first off, the clue calls for you to use your color B as your background. Then we are going to work our accent in our color E. This is a great place if you want to throw a punch of an accent color in or something totally different. These rows would be excellent for that. Before we begin, a couple things. Both rows, right side and wrong side, you will carry your yarn in the back of your work when slipping. On the wrong side, you're going to naturally want to carry it across the front. Don't do that. When you're slipping, yarn is carried to the back. So, just worked my couple rows here to get going. Now I'm going to pick up my color E, or whatever color you want to use. We're going to slip our first stitch. Again, yarn in the back of the work. Now this next stitch, through the front loop, we're going to knit one. Don't drop it. Yarn over. Then we're going to knit again. So now we've created 3 stitches in this one, all through the front loop. Knit, yarn over, knit. Now we can drop it. Get readjusted here, and we're going to do it again. We're going to slip. Again, the yarn is in the back of the work. Next stitch through the front loop, we are going to knit, yarn over, knit, slip, knit, yarn over, knit, slip, knit, yarn over, knit. We're going to slip our last stitch. So now you've created 3 stitches, every other stitch across the whole row. So we're going to flip this and we're going to work the wrong side. Now when you're working these slips, don't strangle them, but also don't keep them too loose. Blocking will only help you so much. If you strangle them, everything's going to be tight. And if they're super loose, they're going to be floppy. So try to keep a decent tension on these. Now again, when you slip, your yarn will be across the back. We want that accent color to chain across the front. So we're going to begin by slipping. Again, our yarn is in the back. Now each one of these 3 stitches, we've created a lot of extra stitches. We got to take care of them. You're going to take all 3. You're going to knit 3 together through the back loop. I'm going to show this to you again. So we're going to slip and just watch your tension. What I like to do is insert my needle in the front and rotate it over. We're going to knit those 3 stitches together through the back loop. Slip, and our working yarn stays in the back. Take these 3 through the back loop, knit together. Take these 3 through the back loop together. And we'll slip our last guy. Now, flip it around. You've created these little chains that are held together by our little extra loop through the front. So that is our first maybe new to you stitch. Now we're going to fast forward and we're going to work on the color work. And we're back. This is maybe the second new to you stitch or idea in this clue, is the color work section. Now, try to not overthink the directions. I know easier said than done. I'm a huge overthinker. I overthink everything. But in the beginning of the rows and the end of the rows, when you increase, it will say knit back through this color, knit front through this color, and then so on the end. Just do it. Try not to overthink it. Try. You can hold your yarn however you want to. However, working color work is most comfortable for you. I always hold them across the same finger in the same order. So my first color will be here, my second color will be here. I just grab what I need. However you want to hold it, you go right ahead. It's not going to change a thing. Don't strangle these stitches. Try not to keep them too loose, but try to keep a decent tension on them. Blocking does help. So these are all knit stitches on the right side, all purl on the wrong. So we'll begin with our color A, knit 1, color B, knit 1. I sort of like to tug my yarn just a little taut, just so that it's not going crazy. So we're going to knit 1 first color, knit 1 second color, knit 1 first color, knit 1 second color, knit 1 first color, knit 1 second color, and finally finish up. So we have alternating colors, all knit on our needles. We're gonna flip it around. Here's our wrong side. Now, we're gonna purl these stitches, okay? Again, however it's easiest for you. What I do is I hold my working yarn. Then I drop it to grab my other working yarn. However you want to do it, go right ahead. Try not to strangle the stitches though. So we're going to purl across this row in the color that appears on your needle. So we purl 1, going to drop him, purl 1, purl 1, and so on. You get down here, across your needle. I keep 1 color on top, 1 color underneath. He wants to be tricky now. It's getting all caught up in everybody. Just give me 1 moment. We're gonna finish up. Now, we have purled. Now that was a mess. We've purled across our entire row. How the backside works does not matter. Some people like to keep everything spick and span. But we knit across our first row, purled across our second row. Come back to the front, you have all knits alternating in color. So I'm just gonna work a couple more rows to show you again. So I like to hold my yarns in whatever order they're worked. You're gonna knit whatever color's there at that time. Across the whole row. We've now done another row. Now we're gonna flip it, and you're gonna purl exactly what is there. Okay, so we're gonna purl 1, purl 1. I know everybody's got all these fancy tricks for how you hold your yarn for color work, and I just prefer to be a little more fluid with mine. And it's a lot easier when you're not working with this itty bitty little swatch with my ends flying all around too. Don't want to cooperate. Now, completed 2 rows. You'll see on the front alternating stripes, and that's what you want, okay? Not too loose, not too tight, and that's how that goes. This is a great place again to use a random accent color. rules are really up to you. But the pattern calls for color A in this section. So that's how that stitches worked. You saw how the knit yarn over knits worked and then taken care of on the wrong side. If you ever have any questions or you want to see something that's in the mystery knit along, let me know and I will create a little video for you. Both myself and Detective Joey love seeing your progress and your pets. Those have been awesome to see everybody sharing their little furry and feathery buddies. I'm glad everybody's enjoying the mystery knit along and looking forward to seeing everybody's progression this week where we add in a whole bunch of color and more texture and lots of fun things. So happy knitting, everybody.